Hey guys, this is Joseph here with another deck profile, and if you can see on the screen, yes, I'm going to finally do a Madolche deck profile. This profile probably will be null and void when Primal Origins comes out, but I wanted to do a deck profile for Madolche really quickly before Primal Origin. Because there's so many different variants, I want to just state that this is my variant of Madolche, and the way I run it is completely different, and you totally don't have to agree with how I run the deck, but I did want to just, give a variant. I'm just going to switch this around. Alright, give a variant of the deck itself, and just to show you guys what possibly, just my own version of it, and just want to see what you guys have your opinion. So let's go into deck profile with triple Madolche Hoot Cake. Hoot Cake, as everybody knows, when he came out, he really sped up the archetype, banishing monsters in the graveyard to summon Madolche monsters from the deck. He helps pretty much speed the deck up to go into the Queen plays. Chateau and his effect are awesome. Like all of their Madolche monsters, when they're destroyed by card effect or by battle by your opponent, they go to the graveyard, and instead of staying in the graveyard, they go back into the deck. So pretty much Hoot Cake is one of the main cards and setup cards in the deck. Next we have triple Madolche Madolche. This Madolche is our stratos for the deck. Searching for any of your Madolche monsters, putting them into your hand. Also, a lot of the combo plays is to go into double summon or find a way to multiple summon her and use her effect to search for those extra Madolche monsters. So then next we have triple, one of the monsters she mainly searches for outside of herself in Hoot Cake, Madolche Messenger Lotto. Most of the time you do want Messenger Lotto in your deck just so the fact that you can go off with Hoot Cake. But when he social summons, you can search your deck for one spell or try card with Madolche in its name. But most of the time you have to, but you really, in order to the effect to activate and resolve, you have to have the beast type Madolche monster. Most of the time you'll have Hoot Cake or Mifilo in play, or Croissant if you do decide to have Croissant. He pretty much is the sequential beater of a lot of the decks who don't run Chevalier, and despite her level, pudding sets would be broken if she didn't have that clause on her, the fact that she is level 5 and not 4. But other than that, Messenger Law is pretty much a staple go-to monster and helps set up the deck to go to Queen. Another monster that helps set up and go into Queen is Madolche Mifilo. Mifilo is the Marauding Captain of the deck. Just summon one Madolche monster from your hand to the field. He pretty much helps set up for Hoot Cake. Pretty much he helps Hoot Cake go set up your deck, so you can go into the Queen. The fact that he has his Marauding Captain effect also makes him a sequential for the deck. I run 3, not 2, because I like the fact that he gives me multiple targets for my Queen. Next, outside of a variant, I do run 2 Madolche Croissant. Croissant is the bouncer in deck, as you will, and he gains 300 attack for the Madolche card he bounces per turn, and also plus a level, so he can become level 4, he can exceed, and he can help you go into Queen as well, and be a beater in the process. With Chateau, he'll be 2,000, and then with his plus 300 effect, he'll be 13. He'll be 23. So it's a really good sequential setup for the deck. Also, he could help you if you still do run the Shark Fortress. You can go into the Gaia Chargers as well. Next is 2 Maxi Stable Hand Trap. No need to explain any more than that. And he helps with Hoot Cake. 2 Falsadina Pacificello. Pacificello is the stun portion of my deck, and I don't mind stunning in this deck, because I have so many ways to set up for my beaters as well. He is Earth, so if you do decide to run Fairy King Alverdetch, you have Alverdetch, you'll summon him, and then you can just swing at all the Earth monsters as well. It helps you do it Guzzling matches as well, or helps you play with the Guzzling matches if you run a Guzzling match. Next, 2 TG Striker. 2 Spell Striker. I keep getting TG Striker. Maybe I have an urge to play TG Striker because he is a really good card in the deck as well. But for right now, I'm running 2 TG Striker. Spell Striker, because of the fact that I can banish the spell cards in my graveyard that aren't Madolche, and just from hand, I can play Rudda and search for him, and also I can sequence him quickly into a lot of the rank 3s in my deck, including Invoker. So, next is Final Monster in my deck for hand traps. 2 Effect Veiler, and she's self-explanatory hand trap as well. Next, I want to go straight into the spells. I have 2 Madolche Chateau and 2 Madolche Ticket. Ticket and Chateau are a combination of cards together. Chateau says pretty much all Madolche monsters gain 500. When Madolche monsters will go to the graveyard, they can go to the hand. They will go to the deck, they can go to the hand. And Ticket pretty much says whenever Madolche monsters are bounced or bounced to hand or deck, you can add 1 Madolche monster from your deck to your hand. And if you control a fairy type Madolche, you can special summon that target to your hand. When Angeli comes out, this card and this card's combinations will be completely broken. It's no mistaking. And the fact that Angeli is level 4 fairy type is just even more broken as well. The combination for the deck, which is so crazy. Also, I forgot to point out that when Madolche Chateau is activated, you can pretty much send all your Madolche monsters in your graveyard back to your deck. So it's pretty much Pot of Avarice as well. This card is just honestly really one of the most broken field spells out there. Next is double summon for the multiple normal summons this deck needs to do in this deck, especially because I run the Madolche in this deck. You have to run, honestly, I don't see why no one is running this. Unless you don't run Spell Striker, there's no need to forget about this. And this is easily Spell Strikeable. 1 Rhoda to search for your warriors, and 1 Dark Hole staple. Oops, want to get on the screen. And 1, of course, staple MST. Now we're going to go to traps. 1 Madolche Palooza and 1 Madolche Knights. Madolche Palooza pretty much is Hysteric Party, return from different dimension for Madolche monsters. The end effect of this is that all the Madolche monsters that are solo summoned by this card go to the deck. Unfortunately, they don't go to the hand with the combination with Chateau. But the fact that they'll go back to the deck, if you do decide to let them go back to the deck, just helps with the ticket. Because you can just search for one of them added to your hand. The Madolche Knights is a combination card for first turn. Have everything in the graveyard, play your Chateau, and play your Knights. Your opponent plays a threatening monster. I play 1 of each. I do want to run 2 of these, but for right now, I'm just going to run the 1. Next is staple trap cards. 1 warning, 1 bottomless, 1 trap stun, 1 compulsory, and 1 bottomless. Wait, I did say bottom. Warning, Tora, bottom, compulse, and trap stun. Okay, trap stun is because of the fact that if you do run a continuous traps like skill drainer, mind drain, or skill drain, you want to get rid of them as fast as you can, or not have them be a problem at all. So I do run it just for that factor. Every other trap card was pretty much self-explanatory. Staples are staples, right? So now we're going to go into the extra deck, and we have 2 Madolche Queen Tiara Misu, the boss monster of this deck, and her lovely assistant, MX Saber Invoker, is Go Invoker, Detach, Social, let's go get Queen. The combination of these 2 cards are pretty much broken. And this little guy, pretty much this little guy, to go get Gelato, have another level 4 in the field, go get Queen, refresh your deck, is pretty much why I like this guy in this deck. Even more, once learning that I can just combo these guys off, This is really helpful. Next, I have one Levier to see Dragon to get whatever I removed from playing back from Huke, one Zen Mains, one Ten Tempo, and one Ghost Trick Alucard. Alucard was one of the new additions to the deck because there are a lot of set spells and traps and a lot of bluffs, and I like to get rid of them. The Wind Up Zen Mains is just a generic, and the 10 Tempo is pretty much to deal with the big eyes, Drago Sacks, and annoying Exceed monsters. So you really just don't want to deal with. One Cowboy, one Maestroke, and one Abyss Dweller. Pretty much staple, and helps with Mirror Match, helps with dealing with decks that do like to use the graveyard a lot and have graveyard effects. And in the number of monsters in my deck, I'll just go Beater, Life Gain, Power Adverse Effect for level 3s, dealing with stall monsters, Skill Drain help, very controversial, but main reason is to help with the skill drain, and staple if you can get to it. A lot of people can't get to it, unfortunately. I wish you could get to this. I am fortunate enough to be borrowing this, and honestly, it's helped me in variations of decks that I run right now, and it's a really good card. If you do get to a Silent Arc, do use it, and make sure your deck can use it. It's so good, this format. So that's pretty much it for my profile. Just want to give you guys one quick view of the Queen and Who Cake before I sign off. Just, subscribe and follow on Facebook. And thanks guys for everything. Alright, bye.